Molly McLaren had everything going for her. The 23-year-old was pursuing her dream of becoming a personal trainer, and she was living life to the fullest. However, there was one thing missing from her life. Molly had never been in a long-term relationship. Eager to move her love life forward, Molly joined the dating app Tinder, where she quickly matched with Joshua Stimpson, 26. After he sent her a charming first message, Molly decided to give the handsome stranger a chance. But before we start, please make sure to subscribe to Did You Know and hit the bell so you never miss an upload from us. Also, leave a like right now. The two met in person and they clicked immediately. While Molly had some reservations about Joshua's immaturity, she eventually became so enamored with him that she introduced him to her parents. However, over time, Joshua's behavior began to push Molly away. He was clingy and always demanding to spend time with her. When she told him she was busy, he would often show up at her door anyway. After almost a year of dating, Molly was starting to feel trapped in the relationship. However, when Joshua whisked her away to London for a trip with his family, they all praised her for being such a good influence on him. When they returned to the States, Molly knew that she couldn't stay in the relationship. She found Joshua too childish and felt that she was always walking on eggshells around him. She texted friends saying that she had to end the relationship. Although it was difficult for her to do, Molly ended the relationship not long after the couple passed their one-year anniversary. She did it in person, but still felt guilty when Joshua texted her the next day saying she should have ended things more respectfully. Molly was confused by his response, but she figured that Joshua just needed some time to cool off and process their breakup. She tried to keep this in mind as he continued to send her a stream of hateful texts. Joshua didn't cool off. In fact, his bad behavior only escalated. Joshua started posting revealing photos of her on Facebook, along with accusations that she abused hard drugs. These were all lies, but having her friends see it didn't feel good. Molly reported his behavior to Facebook, but nothing came of it. She began to fear that Joshua was going to do something to hurt her, so she reported his actions to the local police department. A police officer called Joshua after Molly's report. He warned him to stay away from his ex-girlfriend, but Joshua didn't seem to take it seriously. He laughed and brushed off the officer's request. Joshua was becoming more angry and bold. When Molly left to work out at her local gym, he followed her inside. He even placed his mat on the ground next to hers, as could be seen in the gym's own security camera footage. Molly confronted him, but Joshua played dumb. She packed up and began to leave, texting her mother and her closest friends to let them know that Joshua had really gone too far. It was the last time they would ever hear from her. Molly made it as far as the front seat of her car in the parking lot when Joshua appeared out of nowhere, opened the door to her car, and began to attack her with a knife. A passerby, Ben Morton, heard her screams and tried to pull Joshua away. Ben managed to pull Joshua away from Molly, but the young man didn't leave. He paced by Molly's car, covered in blood. When the police arrived, he walked right up to them and said, "You're here for me," before they handcuffed him. Meanwhile, Molly was in critical condition. Ben recalled how Joshua had driven the knife into the young woman's head and neck over and over again. It was like a frenzy, he later told reporters. While there were multiple witnesses to the crime as it occurred, no one, not even Ben, was able to protect Molly in time. Joshua's attacks were severe, and Molly did not survive her injuries. After police recovered Molly's body, they found that the last message she sent was to her friend Amy. "I feel like I'm always looking over my shoulder," she said, not realizing at the time that she was minutes away from death. As the police began to investigate, they learned that Joshua had purchased the knife he used to kill Molly, along with a pickaxe, a full week before he took her life. This wasn't a knee-jerk reaction to being rejected. The entire murder was planned. Joshua admitted his guilt, but claimed he was only guilty of manslaughter, not murder. His trial is still ongoing. Meanwhile, Molly's family has set up a fund in her honor to keep her precious memory alive. What a tragic story. No one should ever have to live in fear of a person who claims to love them.